watching the Weiss character short today. We are doing a reaction and analysis video, so you guys look out for that. We're just going to share our thoughts after this is done, but then we're going to go, like, step by step, point by point, frame by frame.
Exhaustively. Remember when we did those, what was it, like...
45-minute analysis videos?
On 10-minute videos?
Yeah.
White Rose confirmed.
Okay. I feel like I can't hear. But whatever. I really like this new song for this Mirror Mirror arc right now.
I'm guessing that's at her house.
Yeah, I just said that. Did I not? I thought I did. Maybe I did in my head. I'm sorry.
It's difficult when your co-star has schizophrenia.
So this is obviously a flashback. Can we just get that out of the way, pretty please?
A flashback, or like didn't really happen?
It's a flashback or a dream.
It didn't really happen. It's just kind of a metaphorically resonant.
Did you see that panty shot, Hunter?
What?
I saw that.
No.
For a second.
They didn't do.
For a second, we saw her underwear. It was just like it wasn't intentional. It was just physics, you know. So this is interesting, I guess.
Oh, these look like some of the...
Those look like Winter's thingies.
Well, yes, but they also look... Ooh.
Oh,
geez.
man.
They also look like the screenshots that they had been teasing for a while.
I know, though. Nice! Ah!
No longer has
seems to grow in my soul, it's consuming me.
If you look at this and you look at the original white trailer, like... not great. Metaphor.
No, maybe, I don't
Melting
know.
Ice.
Probably. I can't hear the lyrics right now. We'll have to analyze the song another day.
God forbid.
I guess we could analyze the song.
Oh, yes.
Alright, we're doing a lot today.
Analyzing RWBY lyrics. My favorite thing.
Oh man, that was cool.
That was awesome.
Well, I think that's supposed to show her an experience, right? Because this is probably back when she was not as good. Like, she's doing well here, right? But she also hasn't figured out her own style. Oh, that's awesome. I love this so much.
I like that.
Oh, man! Okay.
She threw it? Okay.
Ooh, nice.
She did Nelson.
I love when you stab people like that, you know? Like, just to get
What?
like how she stabbed them, like...
So after the murders happened, basically I should...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. Can you not make glyphs when you're not sword? Just get out of here.
Presumably it never will.
What? Bitch, she's dead. Oh, I guess she's... Alright. I guess she's just training with Winter. That's okay. Probably shouldn't lose her sword, though.
Wait, she has a scar on her face, right?
No, this is before the scar.
Yeah, so she doesn't have a scar, so you're right, it would be.
Ah,
she's back!
I'm not always going to be around to save you, Weiss.
I'm sorry. I'll get better.
You'll have to if you ever want to leave.
Ooh! Yikes. How long? Oh!
No, this
That's
is the future.
Interesting. Alright! So, yes. So how do we feel about that?
That was good. It was a,
that was a very impressive fight scene, yes. I think the fight scenes are getting better, because, like, before, you know, a lot of people commented on this and was kind of like, you know, that Monty was kind of an innovator of his time in how he conducted, like, the fight scenes and stuff like that.
Or just he had sort of vision.
Yeah, because he wrote it more as a video game kind of fight, right? If you think about it, like a video...
I don't...
Like, okay, so... Like, in Kingdom Hearts, for example, there are a couple cutscenes where they're fighting in-game, and it reminds me a lot of, like, the Red Like Roses trailer, like, the speed and, I guess, the actions. A lot of people, like, I guess, compare it to...
When you say a lot of people, do you mean I do?
No, not to Kingdom Hearts. I mean, a lot of people compare it to video game stuff, right?
Okay.
And so I think that...
My question still stands.
So I think there's a difference between, like, showing, like, a fight in a video game that's supposed to be very fast-paced, right? Mm-hmm. And then showing a fight cinematically. And so I feel like Monty went more for, like, fast-paced, action-filled fight scenes that weren't really, like, cinema-y, but, like, I don't know. For me, I feel like I'm kind of playing a game, you know what I mean? Like, bouncing around the screen sort of thing, like, especially with Ruby in the Red Like Roses trailer, right? Because she just has such, like, fast and clean movements, but they kind of need to top that now, and he's not there to conduct the fight scenes anymore. I keep saying conduct because, like, if you guys think of an orchestra, that's kind of, like, again, it's orchestrating the fights, and so I feel like they've struggled, like, with him gone to kind of get better, but now, like, seeing this, I think that they have gotten much better than, like, other fights they did, because other fights last volume weren't that impressive. Like, Crow and Tyrion was very well done, and so was...
I mean, people liked the first... I liked the first... The only fight that I felt wasn't great.
The first fight and the Tyrion fight, I thought.
And people liked the Yang fight with when he's training with her dad.
Oh, yeah.
People liked that. People liked the... Or if people were, like, iffy on the
I feel like people didn't like the Knuckleluck and the Sea Dragon. I thought that was the general consensus. Yeah, the Sea Dragon wasn't... And so, like, it's hard to...
Although that was
It's hard
great.
to hit it every time, you know what I mean?
That was great.
And so I feel like with this, they're kind of saying, okay, like, we're gonna get better. Like, don't worry. It can only go uphill from here, sort of thing. Right? That they're trying to show the fans that they are prepared. Like, with every volume, they're just gonna improve, whether it's graphically or with the fight scenes, because they're just getting used to it, you know what I mean? Like, someone's first piece of writing is not gonna be the same as the piece of writing they make at the end of their writing career, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, if anything, maybe at their midpoint it'll be the highest, and this is kind of the midpoint if you think about it for RWBY, because they had volume 3, 4, 5, right, and now we're at 5, and like, thinking about it, this is kind of the middle. Like, maybe before it was kind of a rocking, like, re-beginning, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, yeah.
I love how you ramble off, Cliff.
I mean, no, I'm just saying, like, they kind of struggled a little bit, but now I feel like they're getting better, so that's it.
Yeah, I think if the other fight scenes will be like that fight scene, I look forward to it.
And I feel like it's not always so bad. Like, sometimes you need something to be cinematic, and that's what the Nuck fight was, right? Because it was supposed to kind of showcase a relationship, too, between Ren and Nora in between the fight.
And I guess...
Which doesn't really seem realistic.
Talking about, I guess, character development, you see Weiss and Winter, and you get a glimpse into their relationship.
In the past.
Yes, that I guess maybe Winter knew that Weiss's relationship with her father was such that it was slightly...
Well, that's because her relationship with her father...
they were probably quite similar.
And so that's kind of another thing that I was going to touch on after the fight scene, was that we're seeing... We're seeing a very interesting... This is like Mirror Origins. You know what I mean? And all the other ones are Mirror 2, It's My Turn, and then Life Is Mine. You know what I mean? And so it kind of goes into this arc of character development that we've seen from Weiss. And now we've seen her kind of at the very beginning, before Mirror. Like, this kind of crushed her spirit a little bit, because she realized that she's not as good as she could be to be able to leave yet. And then she was training with her dad, or whatever, with the knight. Hold on, I'm not done yet.
Yeah, but I wasn't done. You went anyways. I'm just saying that I think more than Weiss, that I think they're trying to build up Weiss and Winter's relationship.
Well, yeah, because she's going to Winter, right?
Yeah,
and so
I'm looking forward to that.
Scene, I feel like, when she says, you have to be stronger, you'll never be able to leave, that is all gonna be foiled to later a scene where Winter says, you made it. You know what I mean? Like, you got out. Like, good job. You know what I'm saying? I feel like those scenes will be back-to-back. Not back-to-back, but, like, we, as an audience, can see the foreshadowing from that, right? Mm-hmm. That we will be able to see, you know, we've seen Weiss's entire arc, and now we see kind of where she started from before the scar, was that, like, she was very young and inexperienced, and Winter didn't think that she was strong enough then, and then we'll see her with Winter, and she will say, you're strong enough now, basically. I feel like that's very powerful. And I feel like this is a good representation for all of the girls in the series, almost. Like, Weiss's kind of arc into being sort of inexperienced and, like, needing to escape and all of these other things, and then slowly over time getting better to the point where they are confident in their abilities, right? Mm-hmm. You have that with RWBY. At the beginning, she was very, like, impulsive, and then she learned to work with others. With Yang, like, her arm's gone, so you kind of see where that's going. Blake, it's almost not the opposite, like, she was always skilled, but now she's using her skills for good, and we see that progression. And so Weiss is almost kind of this representation for all of Volume 5, that all of the girls have gone through sort of a Weiss stage in their own way. They just had a different way of dealing with it, right? Mm-hmm. Like, Weiss kind of was bitchy, RWBY was antisocial, like, impulsive and childlike in a bad way. Yang just kind of went with the flow, and that's what got her in trouble. And then Blake had possibly a personality shift. We don't really know what she was like with Adam, but she seemed more comfortable with Adam than she was with Team RWBY in the beginning of her and Team RWBY's relationship, so.
I mean, we don't know what she was like.
Yeah, we had that thing with Adam, right?
The black trailer.
Yeah, and
yeah,
so
but she didn't really look comfortable seeing as she left him right there.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean. Like, they had a relationship that you could see, that she trusted him for, like, some of the part,
I guess. And
then you could see that trust breaking throughout the trailer, right? Because she asked, what about all the other passengers?
It looked premeditated. I don't think that was a spur.
I know, but I'm saying that she asked about the other passengers and she saw Adam for what he was doing. You know, they still had an open communication and an open dialogue during all of that. They still talked to each other.
And I guess on the topic of the other girls, we're assuming that the Blake and Yang trailers will also be flashbacks of them. What do you think?
We don't know.
I mean, if they are,
I think they're probably going to be.
If they are all flashbacks,
I think we're only going further back in time.
If they were all flashbacks, what do you think?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, what do you think there'll be flashbacks
With this,
of?
we went back in time before the other trailer, right? Mm-hmm. And so I think that we're gonna just continue to go slowly back in time as much as they can. So for Yang, it'll probably be her looking for Raven in a different capacity.
I was thinking that for Blake.
Done.
I wasn't done either, and you went anyways.
I was gonna talk for Blake though.
I was gonna talk for Blake too.
You asked me a question.
Fair
you
enough.
asked me to start talking. What do you mean you were
I said that, and then I was gonna also be like, well, what do you think? Because I think.
Oh, okay. Well,
like, if we're counting,
you gotta speak a bit faster.
Well, look, Cal, if we're counting minutes here,
you've
already. No, you cannot. I always think, literally, it's a sentence, Cal. Don't worry. All I was thinking is that I think they will show possibly more, because we already kind of saw. You were talking about that with the Black trailer that we saw Adam and Blake. I thought they would be Ilya and Adam.
No.
Not Ilya and Blake. Ilya and Blake.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that we're probably just going further back in time, probably also to when Adam wasn't as much as an asshole.
I think he was always an asshole.
No, she said that he changed, remember?
Maybe.
Ugh. Okay, whatever. Hunter doesn't
You don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of a TV show! Ugh! Anyways.
Okay, so I think we're pretty much done here. We're gonna do an analysis and
because AdSense.
Song thing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy. If you're a fan of RWBY, join our Discord server, and that's basically all I have to say. So I'll see you later. Bye!